guys, how's it going? Dr. Decks here. Today we are framing a deck. We got all of our beams set yesterday and now we're rolling some joists. So if you like what you see today, don't forget to click that subscribe button. I'm sure you guys have some questions and I'll answer some of them for you if you just leave the comments below. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button and enjoy our videos very much. Thank you so much for watching. So we spent most of the day yesterday framing the lower part of the deck, the skeleton of the beams. The reason that took a while is because I decided to frame this deck on a 45-degree angle to the house. And the reason we're doing that, we're running the joist 12 inches on center. And the reason that we're doing that is because I have a double pattern in this deck. The decking is actually going to be running parallel and perpendicular to the house, and there's a curved surface border that breaks those two patterns in the deck. So by running the joist 12 inches on center on a 45-degree angle to the house, that allows us to create these cool patterns in the deck with less complications in the framing. Even though the framing is complicated, it's less complicated, and it'll be easier when we're trying to make the breaks where the two sets of boards come together and there's a curve that breaks these two sets of boards that are kind of going like this, right? And then we're not doing a straight or an angle break, we're doing a curve, okay? There's a lot of math and a lot of ingenuity and a lot of genius, incredible talent that goes into thinking about how to design this. Just kidding, man. It is a lot of work though. It's a lot of work. And we're just getting to that point now where we've took the time to get all the beams to the proper level. We've cut them all in. We've added all the brackets. And you can see that by looking at our video of how that's done. So follow along and see how we do. We got a ton of blocking to do as well on this deck. So, and I'll explain to you what we're doing as we do it. Or if you missed the video, then we'll do a backtrack on it. And I'll explain to you after it's installed, just like these beams. Not a lot going on, but all of a sudden it went from just a set of beams to joists, and we're gonna be doing some curves and some other stuff as well. So follow along. All right, let's do this. When you're putting in fasteners, I could put, these are 4-inch timber locks, so they're really heavy duty. I'm using them because I'm trying to grab a decent amount of meat through this ledger, or rim, excuse me, through this rim joist into this joist here. And some, like if I run them just however I want, you'll notice they're gonna poke out. So sometimes when I'm just laying stuff out, I'll just put a screw on top like this, and it just shows me where the penetration is going to be through both boards. So now I'm going to leave that sitting up there, and I'm going to use it as a guide at what angle I should put my screw in when I'm driving it. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with the placement. So now I'm going to take it. Now, Cal, you might want to come up top. Look at that. And now I don't have anything poking out, and I've got great penetration, and I'm going to put 3 of these in, but I'm going to leave this screw up here. I can kind of tell from my other screws where my entry point should be, but I like to leave that up there just so I can kind of figure out my angle. And actually, you know, as a professional, I know it seems like a really simple tip, but I do this on every job. Every job we build, I'm doing this at least twice or 3 or 4 times on every single project I build, just so I'm not blowing out screws. So, quick tip for you. Hope it helps. All right, so we're moving right along with our joists and our framing. We had to notch over the top of a cement concrete step, and we're getting around that right now. We have one of our joists that we notched that's a little too high, and we've already installed it. So I'm going to come back with a flush cut saw, and I'm going to just cut a little bit off the bottom to kind of get it to drop so that it's in the same plane as the rest of these joists. And then we'll lock these down with some Simpson ML24Zs and anchor them right to the concrete, and then those will be sturdy. We've got 2 3/4 inches of support, so about half the joist we had to take out. Any more than that and I probably would have busted this concrete out. So that's where we're at. And then after that we'll take a break, and then we're gonna start framing on the outside curve of the deck. These joists are a little short. I gotta pull it back, which means it's gonna bring my edge this way. So I don't know if I think I might.
Alright, so I'm coming through and taking these ML24Z Simpson Strong Tie brackets. They're 90-degree angle brackets. And I'm attaching them with some Simpson 1.5-inch SDS screws into our, what used to be a 2x6 joist. And then I'm taking these redhead concrete anchors. They're 1/2 inch by 1.5 inches. I mean 1/4 inch by 1.5 inches. And so by putting those guys in, put one in here, it really makes it solid. Otherwise there's not a, you can block these, but by doing this and it going into the concrete, we ensure that it's very strong. So getting that done.
You got a little bit on this side, but it's a little over on this side.
We had to find a way to get around this post to create our circumference, our radius for this curved deck. And so what we did was we framed up a box from our pivot point around here. Now, I've done this before in the past, but technically, if this works, then this piece right here, we already have it pre-marked, okay? This piece right here should mimic these, and then we should be able to swivel it around and continue marking out the deck on the radius. So let's see if we're right. It could be right, it could be wrong, I don't know. This is kind of ghetto. The last one I built was a lot more intricate, but look at that, okay? I didn't pre-make these. I mean, I did pre-make these marks with a compass, but not with this thing installed. Not with our handy-dandy Dr. Decks jig. Available today only for $89.95 online for a set of plans, okay? So, watch this, though. Let's see how good we are, all right? So, oh, I think it's sticking. It's... Look at that, okay? Here's my next mark. Made with a compass. Wow. It doesn't get any better than that, folks. So just for that one reason alone, you should click that subscribe button. And thank you for watching today. I really appreciate it. Hope you learned something. Just remember, a couple pieces of wood, it can make a really cool jig and get you around a post or anything else that might be in your way if you're trying to draw circles. All right, and hit the bell icon to be notified when we're putting out new content. Leave those comments below, and we'll try to get back to you in a timely fashion. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.